So why is he chuckling?
He never lost.
Yeah, you know.
You know, Shannon, I might have to leave early too.
Yeah,
so are you cool with that?
Feel
if I'm
free.
done with the day, let's talk about that departure and what did not happen for LeBron and the Lakers. They were without Anthony Davis last night, and LeBron, he couldn't keep LA in the game. Just didn't happen. The Suns would end up routing the Lakers, going up by 30 at halftime and holding on to win 115-85. LeBron finished with 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists in the loss. And LeBron only had 11 points from his other starters, but he also finished with a game worst plus-minus of minus 24. Shannon, what % of the blame does LeBron deserve for the Lakers? And it wasn't just a loss, a blowout loss here.
Skip, I'm a Romanian judge here. I'm going to give him 8.75. 8.75% of the blame. Out of 10.
That's all?
Out of 10.
Oh, out of 10.
That's what you said, right?
Oh, so you got to multiply it by to get it up to like 100%. So you're like 87%? Are you really?
Hold on. I thought you said it on a scale of 1 to 10. You wanted me to give a grade. You don't want me to give a grade. But Skip, look. LeBron is the ringleader. He gets the lion's share of the credit when things go well. So it's only fair that I give him lion's share of the blame when things go bad. And he didn't get out to the greatest of starts, and no one got out to the greatest of starts, Skip. And for what the ball just won't go in right now. And it was good to see Skip, and I know the game was already decided, but it looks like he found a little stroke in the third quarter. He got 17 points in the third, so maybe that's something that can carry on. But Skip, when you get 11 points from your other starters, it's gonna be a sad night. And I'm trying to watch both games. I'm watching the Lakers game on one TV. I'm watching the Nuggets Portland game on the other TV. And Skip, I get midway through the second quarter, and they got like 2 points. And then I got like 3 minutes left in the quarter, and they got like 6 points. I said, you know what? It's time for me to put my emphasis on the other. They're not coming back from this. They didn't play well, Skip. I mean, Schroeder plays 26 minutes and gives you 0 points. KCP, Skip, remember I told you, I said, yeah, I understand he's coming back, but you can tell, Skip, he's not the same player.
Yeah.
Keith Morris, 4 points. Even Skip, I don't really know what they expect. Drum gave you 13 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. And the little bit that he played, Skip, he played what? Now, can we come to the conclusion Gasol ain't the answer? I think we can agree to that, Skip. I think probably you in my corner now says, you know what? Drum's a better player. But Skip, they got to do better than this. I mean, what, they were 3 for 20 and 3 for 15 in the first half for 3-point shots. They made 9 in the second half, but the game was decided. The game was decided early on. They let Book get off to that great start. And then, look, Jay Crowder hit a couple of shots. Bridges hit some shots. But this game was decided. So I'm going to put the lion's share of the blame on LeBron because I expected him to come out. But, you know, he can only do so much. He can't make the shot for the guys. But his shot wasn't going early. I thought he settled too much for the 3-ball. And sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, Skip. You see the first one, go ahead and keep it.
If he makes the first one, sometimes it's the worst thing that can happen to him.
Hey, Keith, he got off. He hit his first 3. I was like, okay, we might be on to something. And then I think we made one more of the 13 that we attempted. So I'm going to give LeBron, I think rightfully so, Skip. I think the lion's share of the blame should be placed at his feet. But I can assure you one thing, you won't see a repeat performance like this on Thursday.
Really?
I bet you that.
Really?
Yes, really. And I want 3 Ks to do on it right now.
Before we get there, and we will get there, let's look back at last night first, because first is first.
That's a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. So, I want to first thank you, and I want to publicly appreciate you for being as objective about your man LeBron James as I have ever heard you in the history of Undisputed, the almost 5-year history of Undisputed. You have never been so scathingly, openly, critically objective about your man LeBron James as you were last night, because I was prepared for the onslaught here. I thought I would hear that Schroeder was 0 for 9 last night, which he was.
He was.
I thought I would hear that KC3 barely came back for, what was it, 15 minutes and limped back to the bench, still suffering his left knee. I think it's a contusion, but he's got soreness in his left knee, and he took 1 shot in the game and missed it. I thought I would hear that Caruso was 2 for 8. I thought we'd go down to Wesley Matthews was 1 for 5, and nobody did nothing.
No, not it.
The Lakers were pathetic. But the point is, Your man, the quote-unquote GOAT, was even worse.
Right.
I went 75% of the blame. You're actually saying it's higher than that. I told you yesterday, I thought this was a golden moment for him, a national TV opportunity to make a late career GOAT case. If he came out in Phoenix against Chris Paul back, we thought 100%. I know he got dinged again and had another boltish pain down his right arm. I don't know his status going forward. He did shoot the 2 free throws thereafter and made both of them. I'm going to guess he's going to play.
Oh, yeah, he's going to play. Now, how effective he'll be, because he didn't look as good last night as he did on Sunday, Skip.
Okay, but the point was we thought he was sort of back to normal going into last night. We know that that team was 51-21 in the regular season, and we know that there was no Anthony Davis. He was only cheerleading, and we saw him before the game try to go a little side to side, and he just really couldn't go side to side.
He done.
So what are the odds he's going to play Thursday?
None. 0 odds.
I will guess this. If it does get to Game 7, I'm going to guess he'll try to play in Game 7, and I'm also going to guess that he's going to be very limited in Game 7, and he will risk pulling it worse if he tries to play in Game 7. Now back to your man LeBron. Last night was his night, his turn, his opportunity to set the table for his team, to be the early tone setter, to take over the game right out of the box, because I still say Jay Crowder cannot guard him. I still say Jay Crowder and even Bridges are afraid of him. I still say he can be, when he decides to be, the best driver of the basketball in the game, the best I've ever seen, and he remains the best passer in basketball. Yet last night was a scoring night, and I told you yesterday, I need to see him marching to the free throw line. I need to see, I said 20, and I finally amended it to 17 free throw attempts last night.
So what are we going to do with 0?
Okay, he was 0. He was 0. LeBron James shot 0 free throws for only the 3rd time in his whole career. He shot 0 free throws.
So career or playoff career?
I'm sorry, playoff career.
So that's 262 games still.
Yeah. There were 2 other games. 2007 against Detroit. Remember when he finally had the 48-point in Game 6 to get them over the hump into the finals against the Spurs. In Game 1, he shot 0 free throws. And then 2013 against my Spurs in the first game back in San Antonio, Game 3, he shot 0. They lost that game by 36. So the point is, only for the 3rd time, he never went to the free throw line. I'm in shell shock over that. I thought this was his night to put his head down the way Kawhi and Paul George are just putting their head down in Dallas and saying, no, you can't keep us from the rim. Because I still think, and like DeAndre Ayton was not a huge presence last night. You can argue that Drummond outplayed him, right? Look at Ayton. What did he have? 7 and
8 and 7.
8 and 7. Okay. So here we go. Out of the box, to your point, LeBron whips it right out of they won the tip. He whips it to Markieff, and he steps right into a 3 and makes it, and it's 3-0. And then they go down and miss. Bridges missed, and the Lakers come right back down, and LeBron cuts back door on Crowder, and KCP hits him for a little reverse layup, if we could see this. And it's sweet. Thank you. It wasn't Crowder, this is Booker. He got a switch. So now, all of a sudden, you're up 5-0. And then you come right back down again after a Booker miss, and he drains the 3. And it's...
I'm feeling good, Skip. I'm feeling good.
Okay, it's 8-3, and I'm thinking, wait a second. That's who I thought we would see. And both of us predicted lines of like 30-something. I had 15 rebounds and 10 assists, and we both had triple-double. And I thought, you just launched right into your triple-double.